power. So to the group of Mr. Okechukwu and Ms. Chinyere, I would like to give you a very detailed training on how to position your accounts and how to position the accounts of your downline and how to properly place downlines once or before they join. First of all, when you have a new downline, when you have a new registered downline, always ask them if they want 1 head, 3 heads, or the maximum, which is 7 heads, which is much better than the first 2, because we know that 7 heads will give you the maximum potential earning instead of just having 1 or 3 heads. So ask your downline. When they join, ask them. And so you will know if they can buy 7 heads or they can buy 3 heads first. Or if they don't have money, they can start 1 head. But don't stop there, because this is only the first step. This is 1 head, 3 heads, and 7 heads. Always ask. Never assume. Never assume. For example, this person, he is already rich. He don't need the business. That's why I won't push 7 heads, because he or she is already rich. It's okay just 1 head because he or she is rich. That is wrong, because never assume or never judge. Or for example, the opposite. Oh, my downline, this downline, he is poor. He or she doesn't have a job. He or she can't afford 7 heads. That's why only 1 head. I won't push. I won't show him or her the 7 heads. Never assume. Don't do that, because once you do that, you are already judging the event. You are already judging the person. What if that man or that woman can make a way to afford 7 heads, but you didn't tell him or her? That's why she doesn't have or he doesn't have an idea, right? Or for example, that rich person maybe is bankrupt, or maybe that rich person is having financial problems, but you didn't share. You did not share 7 heads. That's why he only had 1 head, but he has many connections. So never assume. Never assume. Always ask if they want 1 head, 3 heads, or 7 heads. After you ask, this is okay. After you ask, what's the next thing to do? The next thing to do is this. First ask, then number 2 is show. Show them the difference of 1 head. Show them the difference of 3 heads, and show them the difference of 7 heads. Always show them and present to them. Present them 1 head, 3 heads, or 7 heads. Before you leave, before you let the newly registered downline to go home, before you let him or her go, please present, because his or her excitement will also depend whether he or she understands 1 head, 3 heads, or 7 heads. You, Mr. Okechukwu, you have 7 heads, right? You also have many heads, not only 1. Also, Ms. Chinyere, she also has not only 1 head. I think both of you has around 7 heads, both of you, right? Around 15 heads. So imagine your downlines having the same structure also. You will have unlimited energy and momentum because your downlines is more motivated, because the money they put in the business is big. Sometimes our downlines doesn't push that hard the products or the business because they already felt that the business is a small business, a small time. Why? Because they only joined one head. But if they join 7 heads, 15 heads, 31 heads, for sure they will never stop because they put big business, therefore they put big effort, big commitment, big sacrifice to have big results. So after you show 7 heads, give them tips on how to do the business. For example, your downline can afford only 1 head. Oh, Mr. Okechuku, I don't have money. I can only afford 1 head. What should I do? So first you ask, and then you show what 1 head will look like. 1 head. So this is your downline. So if he or she is only capable of joining 1 account, explain this to him or to her. You have 2 sides, you have the left and the right side, and what he or she needs to do is you will not close both sides. You will leave 1 side of your sales force open, which is the open slot will give opportunity for your downline to add accounts. For example, your downline can only afford 1 account. All downlines should be placed on the left side. Downline number 1 is left side. Downline number 2 is left side again. Don't put downline number 2 here. Although it's $33, don't put it because once you put number 2 in here, you will have no other chance. Your downline has no chance to add accounts. And he or she will just get lazy because he doesn't have an open slot to add accounts. If another downline will join, put it under number 2. Always put your downlines at 1 side if he or she can afford only 1 account. And then after a month, ask your downline again. Downline, can you afford another account? Please add 1 more account. Then maybe when he or she has the budget, you can add 1 more account. And then this is another downline. This is downline number 2. This is your downline number 1. And this is the head number 2 of your downline. And you will place downlines in here, also on the left side. So you will leave 1 side open for head number 3. This is the scenario for 1 head. So I hope this is clear. Mr. Okechuku, and explain this to your downlines. Don't leave them hanging once they join 1 account. So next, what if they join 3 accounts? So what will happen? So they join 3 accounts. Oh, upline Okechuku, I only have this enough money to join. I can afford 3 accounts or 3 heads. So this is the scenario. Head number 1, head number 2, and don't place head number 3 in here. This is wrong. Wrong. Don't do that. Why? Because you will close again the sales force under your downline. So instead of putting this in this side, put number 3 in this side. Focus on 1 side first. So this is the right way. So focus in here. So left side and right side. This is 3 heads of your downline placed in 1 side to build momentum, to build the right team. And then he or she will place downline in here. Downline 1, downline 2, downline 3, downline 4, and so on and so forth. And ask again, downline, can you afford another account? after 1 month, after 2 months. Yes, upline Okichuku, I will add 1 account and then place it here. So you now have 4 accounts. Your downline can now add. And then 5, 6, and 7 until they already know and they already built the 7 accounts. Again, I repeat, if your downlines can't afford 7 accounts, show them 3 accounts and place it this way. Don't place it in here. So this is the right positioning, and before you encode your downline, ask them if they understood 1 head, 2 heads, or 3 heads. Because sometimes our prospect don't ask because they get shy. They don't have idea on the business. It's up to us, our uplines, to know what is their benefit, what will be the good once they join the business. So I suggest, Mr. Okichuku, that all your downlines, although I know some of them you said they don't have money to add accounts, always push them to go for 7. Go for 7 heads. Always push them to go for 7 heads. If they don't have 7 heads, 3 heads. 1, 2, 3. If they don't have 7 heads, 4 heads. If they don't have 4 heads, they don't have 3 heads, 2 heads. If they don't have 2 heads, 1 head. And place all downline in here. This will be the slot for you to add your accounts. So this is my few tips for you, Mr. Okichuku and Ms. Chinyere, and to all your downlines. Please place and be responsible for your downlines once they join. Don't just leave them 1 account and then 3 accounts and then just leave them, or 7 accounts. Always ask them and show them the benefit of 7 heads. So we want you to become Millionaires Club. We want you to become car achievers. We want you to become global ambassadors in Nigeria. That's why we're talking about this stuff. That's why we're making videos for you, because we are serious in this business and we want you to become result-oriented leaders in Nigeria. So hope you enjoyed this and you learned a lot of this from this video. So